section chairs or they will start the recruitment na or kung patapos na sila sa kanilang recruitment. Then the section chair for collegiate will now relay the data to the regional director for collegiate and the regional director for alumni. Kasi sila, pipirma sila sa mga different EAPP forms and also the EAP forms for other for new applicants. Okay? For applicants. Then si chapter-based alumni association naman and members, hindi sila pwedeng mag-handle ng applicants. Okay? But they sila yung support ng ating mga collegiate members. Then for the national officers, we have here the Committee on Membership. Okay, and under the Committee on Membership are the different regional COME. Then the National Vice Presidents for Fraternity and Sorority Affairs. Okay. Dito. So, yung mga forms, okay, the forms should be submitted, lalo na yung mandatory pledge registration, dapat maisubmit ni Regional Director for Collegiate sa Committee on Membership and kay NED. Okay, so that's our role. Okay. For the pledge application program naman, ito yung different qualification ng mga aspiring. Okay, first, they should be a bona fide student of the university or college, okay, where the chapter is located. Second, they should complete at least one semester residency. Okay, they should have a good moral character, good physical health, and we do not practice discrimination here. So we accept all age, scholar, creed, and political beliefs. For the mandatory notification, the Grand Chancellor or the Grand Lady Chancellor should submit the forms to the regional collegiate officers via their email, and the Committee on Membership via our official email, then kila NED, okay, then the National Vice President for Fraternity and Sorority Affairs. So dito kasi wala pa yung, nung ginawa itong EAPP, wala pang regional COME. So we encourage the Grand and the Grand Lady Chancellor to submit also to the regional COME. Okay. For the overview of the EAPP timeline, okay, we have here first the rush week, then the pledge ritual, then the Alpha Day, Phi Day, Omega Day, ritual, and the ritual rites. And after the ritual rites, dito na yung membership development phase. Unlike the APP, yung previous pledge program natin, etong si membership development phase ay after ni Omega Day bago ritual rites. So dito siya dati. So ngayon, nandito na siya after ritual rites. Okay. For the rush week, we have here the simple illustration lang ng ating rush week and pledge ritual. So sa rush week, more on observation lang ng ating mga aspiring. Hindi pa sila pledge. They can participate to the different services of the collegiate chapters. They can observe sa meetings. And if they are gusto talaga nilang pumasok, then mag-a-assign na ng schedule si Grand Chancellor and Grand Lady Chancellor and the Prime Chancellor or the Prime Lady Chancellor to conduct the pledge ritual. So dito pa lang, dapat may schedule ritual, may schedule na ang Alpha Day, Phi Day, Omega Ritual Day. Okay? Yan. So for the pledge ritual, dito na i-lecture yung mga rights, pledges rights, the collegiate chapter members' responsibility. So yung prescribed attire ng mga pledges, standard greetings, and the gesture for pledges. So here are the different guidelines. So ito yung presentation of the EAPP schedule. So they will be briefed on the importance of the tickler. Meron pa ring tickler ang ating mga pledges. then lectures on the do's and don'ts, and the batch of the pledges shall select among themselves a batch leader. So meron pa rin yun. For the Alpha Day, so this is the first day of initiation rites and held a week after the pledge ritual, either Saturday or Sunday, not exceeding 12 hours. So a week after the pledge ritual, gaganapin na ang Alpha Day. So the Alpha Day, the lectures includes this one. Okay, hindi ko na iisa-isahin. And yung mga topics, pwedeng ang activity sa Alpha Day ay mga leadership workshops, which includes the definition, functions, nature of leadership, yung iba't ibang leadership theories and styles, then yung mga cultivated behaviors of leaders, and other topics na related sa leadership. And for the fee day naman, the fee day is the second day of the initiation rite, week after the Alpha Day. Okay, 7 days, okay, either Saturday or Sunday. So these are the lectures that included in the fee day. And the evaluation of the pledge members, they must obtain a rating of 75%. And the resident members or the collegiate members can organize different team building activities, or dito na din pwede nilang ganapin ang Rover Scouting. Okay? And this also include the campfire activity. And after the fee day, after 7 days, okay, dito na magaganap yung third day of initiation, which is the Omega Day. Okay? And this includes this different lectures and the evaluation that meron tayong exam, okay, for
Hi,
pledges.
sis.
Yes, sis. Okay. So obtain a rating of 75% and they can conduct a service training or first aid workshop. So dito din pwede nila ganapin yung preparedness training or seminar or disaster risk reduction. They can also organize basic life support training and other trainings that can help them. Okay? And right after the Omega Day, dito nagaganapin sa gabi yung ritual rite. So this is a formal rite for the pledge to voluntarily accept the duties and responsibilities of a full-fledged member of Alpha Phi Omega.
Excuse me, Sis Excel.
Yes, sis.
Oo. May I interrupt just for a moment? May mga nagme-message kasi nasa waiting room daw po sila. Thank you so
Na-accept
much.
pa na, sis. Thank you. Okay, sis. So, every after ng Alpha, Phi, and Omega Day, there should, no forms of hazing or initiation rites na makakandak during the 1-week break period. Okay? Between Alpha and Phi and Omega. Okay. Then, last is the membership development. So, yung ating mga bagong pasang mga members, dapat tinuturo na sa kanila itong mga chapter, articles of association, para alam nila yung mga implementing rules and regulations nila sa chapter, then yung APO Code of Bylaws natin, then yung Internet Code of Conduct, the duties and responsibilities of different officers of the collegiate chapter, then yung ating brand guide, okay, the Roberts Rule, and the organizational structure. Okay. So that's the end of the EAPP topic. So any questions, brothers and sisters?
Thank you, Sis Excel. Just to remind our participants, we've stopped to the third item here. So we've already covered functions of regional COME, introduction of regional COME representatives, and a quick overview of the APO pledge program, the EAPP. So if we can limit the questions probably to the topics already discussed by Sis Excel. So especially if I know there are some participants here who still have some questions with regard to the 3-day duration of the initiation, the Alpha, Phi, and Omega Day. So if you have any questions, feel free to use the hands up raise hand icon, or if you can just probably type that into the chat box. So we'll take a quick pause, I guess, and wait for anyone to ask any questions before we proceed. So I can see from my screen, Sis Mariam. Sis Mariam, you're recognized. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. I just have a question because we are in offshore, so foreign-based kami, and we are planning. There's a proposal that we are going to have a collegiate chapter in the Middle East. Part of EAPP is that alumni cannot handle um, new applicants. So how do we go about? I know this is going to be discussed pa sa NEC, but just in case we will be given the chance to start a new chapter here. Wala naman ditong collegiate, puro alumni lang. So how is that going to be?
Thank you, Sis Mariam. Anyone from the COME, from the Committee on Membership, I will be yielding to your answers to Sis Mariam's question.
Good evening po, Sis Mariam. Hello, attorney.
Yes, Brad Kenneth, please proceed. Thank you.
Good evening po, ID Mariam. Ang isang chapter po kasi, before tayo mag-start, ay magkakaroon tayo ng mga organizers, no? Regarding sa matter po na yan, no? Syempre, hindi naman tayo pwede mapadala ng residente natin doon. The usual, alumni talaga mag-start niyan, no? Yung sinabi kanina ni Sis Excel na ang pwedeng humawak ay residente lang kasi may mga neighboring chapters tayo na chartered. I mean, chartered, hindi pwede yung petitioning lang. Chartered talaga. Pero regarding sa case nyo, kung sa labas man tayo ng Pilipinas, kasi dyan kayo sa Middle East, pwede naman talagang humawak ang what do you call this? Pwedeng mag-guide ang alumni kasi hindi na mag-start dun kung walang organizer. Sa case nyo kasi, ibang klase kasi sa labas po kayo ng Pilipinas.
Alright.
Lang po.
Thank you. Thank you, brother. That's very clear. Salamat po.
Okay, sis.
Thank you, Brad Kenneth, for that answer. So I guess Sis Mariam has no follow-up.
President Pangulong Kevin is raising his hand at Attorney Arcon.
Yes, I can see Pangulong Kevin raising his hand. I'm not sure if that's an additional answer for a question. Yes, please proceed, Pangulo.
Thank you, Attorney. As I discussed during the APO meeting, no, Sis Mario, nag-attend ka naman, I think. I give instruction to our APO and the collegiate members na i-discuss natin to during our NEC. So gagawa tayo naman ng guidelines dito. And I think meron naman na tayo, may nangyari na neto eh. May president neto. So siguro i-enhance na lang din natin. Syempre gusto kong ma-empower talaga yung mga collegiate natin dito. So let's see na lang kung ano yung may didikay nating guidelines for this Sis RD Mariam. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you po, NP.
Thank you, Pangulo. So I can also see on my screen a hand raised by Sis Zara. Sis Zara, you are recognized for your question. Go ahead.
Hello, good evening to everybody. Well, napakinggan ko na yung answer ni ni Pangulo. Yung more or less yun na rin po yung kasi yung sa knowledge ko kasi pagka out-base ibang bansa, the US and Philippine APO, meron silang hatian sa globe. Kung sino yung mag-organize nito. So it's under, I think, ICAPO or the International Relations. Sila po yung mag-handle nung pag-organize ng mga chapters. Yun lang po. Thank you.
Thank you, Sis Zara. So we'll probably take one more question, conscious of the time and the other items that we have. But to those that I can see in the chat box, we'll take note of your questions. And I can also see a hand raised by Brad Eric Joe sa chat box and also on my screen. So Brad Eric, please proceed with your question.
Good evening, Tol. kasi nasa New Zealand kami naka-base. So plano din namin magtayo ng collegiate chapter. So natanong na ni Sis kanina yung pinaka-main na tanong ko. Yung follow-up question ko is, bibigyan ba kami ng copy ng EAPP na yan para mapag-aralan namin dito before kami mag-proceed?
Thanks for the question, Brad Eric. From what I can see in the, I think I've seen a digital copy of the EAPP already published. I'm not sure if that has been seen by the participants here, but to clarify that, I'll be yielding again to the members of the Committee on Membership. Definitely, we will be providing copies, and I'll probably hand you over to, I guess, this Excel to take note of that request by Brad Eric, and also in the chat, Sis Sol also has the same request to be furnished with a copy of the EAPP manual. We can also take note of that. All right. So last question that we'll take before we proceed to the next topic. RD Johnson Lim is raising his hand. Brad
Good
Johnson.
evening. Good evening, brothers and sisters. I just want to clarify the definition of collegiate po. No? Kasi, in response with the National Council request, Balik Eskwela program, many alumni from NCR chapters are right now enrolling to their respective chapters. So, but their status in ID is an alumni. No? So I would like to ask whether if your status is an ID is an alumni status, but you are enrolled, can you handle a resident and be an officer in your chapter po?
Thanks for the question. Very interesting, Brad Johnson. So again, anyone in the COME who would like to give some clarification on Brad Johnson's question?
Brad Jack,
Yeah, sis Judge.
recognize Brad Jack. I think he is trying to.
Recording in progress. Recording in progress.
Sis Judge, I think we didn't hear your question. If you can please repeat the question po.
Good evening po, RD Johnson. Brad Kenneth po ulit.
Brad Kenneth, magandang gabi po.
Magandang gabi po, Tito Johnson. Yung tanong niyo po kanina is kung pwedeng humawak ng alumni kasi na-enrolled siya.
Yung alumni po na nag-response po sa sa Balik Eskwela program, which is the more of the alumni are enrolling right now to the masteral, to the respective chapters to enable to recruit resident po. Currently, they are resident but their ID status is alumni po.
Brother, wala bang residente sa time na yon nung hinawakan yung nag-aaral nung time yung sample at the moment na wala bang residente sa chapter na yon?
As of now kasi bro, the NCR mas marami po kasing patay na chapter kaysa sa buhay po. So most of the chapters right now in response to the calling of the National Council is they are going to Balik Eskwela program wherein the most of the alumni is currently enrolling some masteral course, and some of them are enrolling to new courses to be able to recruit new members po for our organization mo, brother.
Okay. Tol, logical answer, brother. Syempre, pwede niyang hawakan yung brother as long as nag-aaral siya. Kasi ibig sabihin, hindi naman pwede nating ibig sabihin, niya na yung natitirang tao sa bahay natin. So, siya na mamumuno sa lugar. Kung tinatanong mo, yes.
I just want to be clear that an alumni, with the alumni, brother, kasi and the question is right now, the member who is currently enrolled is in alumni status in the ID. If
Okay.
he is based on the EAPP manual, ang sinabi po doon ay resident. But
Okay.
this is the complicated situation where there is no complete definition of the resident. Because he is a resident, but yet the ID status in the National Council is alumni status. I just want to clear what is the real definition of the resident. Is it the resident who is currently studying? If currently studying, it means that the alumni who is currently enrolled can be participate and act as a GC in the chapter and can participate and can implement the EAPP program. Kasi po, currently ang identifications po namin, if you're currently enrolled, you can recruit, you can facilitate, but you cannot act as a GC. Therefore, you need to have a Darines chapter to assist you in conducting the finance and ritual rites po, brother.
I-clarify po ni Sis Coco, our National Vice President for Sorority Affairs. Sis Coco?
Hello, good evening po, brothers and sisters. I am Sis Marie Aling Felix Kiser Senya, our current NBPS for this DY po. Ang katanungan po ni Brad R.D. Jansen ay kung maaari daw po bang magkaroon ng posisyon ang isa ng alumni sa posisyon ng collegiate. Parang ganun po ba, R.D. Jansen? Para sa parang ganun po.
Alumni is currently enrolled in a school
Yes
on
po.
chapter. Currently siya, pero ang question two things right now is, can he be a GC and officer to the chapter to hold the pledgeship program, or can he be identified as a normal resident to hold the pledgeship program? Kasi include their definition about residency po.
Yes, ganito po kasi RD Jansen, kung sakali po na ang siste dito is, kunyari patay po ang ating chapter and meron nga pong nagbalik eskwela and alumni po siya. Meron po tayong proseso RD na tayo ay lalapit sa pinakamalapit na chapter na meron pong residente. Sila po ang makakatulungan natin na mag-hold ng aplikante para mabuhay po yung namatay na chapter. Yan po. Kung wala man po tayong malapitan, nakalapit nating residente na meron pong mga officers doon, lalapit na po tayo sa ating section chair for collegiate and RDC po. Yun na po. Doon lang po tayo. So ang ending po natin, ang ating alumni po, na ang ID nga po ay alumni, hindi po siya pwedeng maghawak po ng aplikante. Suporta po para po sa aplikante. Tayo pong alumni ay humingi po tayo ng tulong sa mga residente para mabuhay po yung chapter po natin. Yun po, sa pinakamalapit. Kung wala man po tayong pinakamalapit, humingi na po tayo ng tulong kay section chair. I-share ko lang po, ganun po ang nangyari sa region namin. May mga chapter na walang kalapit, kaya ang ginawa ko po bilang RDC, ako po ang tumutok doon bilang collegiate po. Yun po, RD. Thank you. Sis Quincy, may dadagdag ba tayo?
Yes, confirm ko lang, despite na naka-enroll po ang alumni.
Yes po RD Jansen. Nakalagay nga din po sa po RD Jansen sa mismong ID niya na ang po niya is membership niyo po is alumni. Yun po. Kung sino man po ang alumni natin na naka-enroll, thank you po, at ang kagustuhan lang naman po niya mabuhay po ang chapter natin. Pero mag-seek na lang po tayo ng help po RD sa mga kapwa natin na residente, kapwa natin na collegiate RD. Thank you.
Thank you, Sis Coco. RD Jansen, you have any follow-up questions before we proceed to the next topic?
Wala na po, brother.
Thank you, Brad Jansen. And definitely the Committee on Membership is on the lookout regarding some confusion and questions regarding this particular situation. So we'll be taking note of these matters that have been brought up in today's meeting. And some questions, some confusions will lay it on the table in our future meetings in the committee. So we'll go back to our presenter, Sis Excel, to discuss the next topics. Go ahead, please, Sis. Thank you.
Thank you, Brad. So our next topic is the second function of the regional commit, which is to assist in the surveying of the member demographic or our membership data. So we have here the different categories of our members. So we have the fraternity, the sorority, and the alumni. So dito sa membership data natin, ito yung pinakamahirap na kunin. Okay? Based on our experiences or experience from the last NEC meeting. So ito ang isa sa mga pagtutuunan natin ng pansin for the following quarters. Okay? So for the membership data, so one of the duties of the regional directors for alumni and collegiate is to submit membership data of their administrative regions. I'm sorry. Administrative, the national executive directors and the committee on membership. Okay? So ito ang ating flow chart sa fraternity and sorority and the alumni association. So the Grand and Grand Lady Chancellor, if both fraternity and sorority chapters are active, they will submit a data to the section chair, and the section chair will collate the different membership data of the chapter na kinasasakupan niya and will be forwarded to the regional director for collegiate. And the RDCs will present this membership data to the next meeting. Okay, yun yung usually. Okay? But ngayon, kailangan na rin namin ng data, ang Committee on Membership. So the regional director for collegiate, regional director for alumni will submit now to the regional COME. And the regional COME will collate and forward the data to the national COME for presentation in our next the meetings. Okay. So ano nga bang ating ipapasa sa ating regional COME? Okay, different RDCs and RDAs, ano ang ating i-submit. So ito ang performance report natin. Okay, example lang, ito lang ang meron kasi ako, yung sa Region 2, for example. Ito yung fraternity membership and sorority membership. Magkaiba pong membership data ang frat sa soror. Okay? Okay, sorry. Okay. Ang isasubmit lang po natin, RDCs, ito lang po ang isasubmit natin sa kanila. Yung grand total lang ang isasubmit natin sa regional COME. For the alumni naman, same with the collegiate. Grand total lang. So my question po,
Sis, pabalik doon sa Excel, previous, para lang makita nila. Yan, para lang they have an idea.
yes bro. Okay. Sa mga wala pa pong forms or soft copy nito, meron po ang copy ang ating mga NED, so we can get a copy from them.
Sis, Excel sis?
Si Sarah.
Yeah. FYI, yung meron na lahat kami, merong ganitong Excel file, may form kami, lahat ng regional director kasi sinasubmit namin tong datang ito sa every time that we're having our NEC meeting. Kaya yung mga natin, regional representative ng COME, pwede po kayong magtanong sa ating regional secretaries ng grand total ng mga ito.
Yes, sis. Last next meeting, the National Executive Director, Sis Evelyn, has some of the performance report. Kaya lang hindi complete yung iba. So we are encouraging our RDCs and RDEs to please submit to the or our regional COMEB ahead or before the next meeting para makolate natin yung mga data. Brad Sherwin.
Thanks, Sis Excel. Any other questions from the participants up to this topic? If there is none, I can see Brad Johnson raising his hand, pero I guess ito pa yung kanina. So, or not sure if he's asking another question.
Yes po, brother.
Yes, Brad Johnson, I can see na nag-raise ka po ng hand. Are you asking another question po or was that earlier? Still earlier.
Thank you, brother. Question. In behalf of the National Capital Region, we just want to ask two things po kasi there is quite confusion regarding the status of an alumni. Wherein a member who have not finished his collegiate status. A brother who has not finished his collegiate status and after 10 years nag-renew po siya ng ID, bigla po siyang ilalagay po ng alumni. That is my one question. What is our parameter and guidelines to consider a member of our organization is considered as alumni status? Number two, my second question is, in the event po na ang isang alumni po ay naging ID holder at nag-enroll po siya at gusto nyo po i-downgrade or i-change yung status niya as collegiate, what is the provision in our bylaws prohibiting the member to change his status as a collegiate status? With due respect to the COME members po, kasi these are the questions that been nire-raise po sa amin sa NCR officers. We just want to clarify lang po yung two things lang po. Thank you po, Brother Sherwin.
Thank you, Brad Johnson. By the way, just a quick reminder. The questions that we would like to accommodate at the moment would be in relation to the topics that have been discussed. But because that is a very interesting question, and I guess that's still we still have some questions surrounding that circumstance. So I'm gonna be asking some members of the Committee on Membership if someone is happy to answer to address the question,
I think
or we can lay that on the table and address in some other venue to have to be more efficient with the usage of our time today in covering the remaining topics.
Brother, I think si Judge will may sasabihin nata. Sis Excel, can you check yung message niya?
Hello, good evening again. Brad Johnson, I just would like to answer some of your questions earlier, and may I request our COME Secretary, Sis Excel, to please flash on the screen a copy of our COME Resolution number 009, which was approved by the BOT during the recent special board meeting. Sis Excel, for the information of everybody na rin kasi I think this is what RD Jansen is talking about. Can we have that resolution, Sis Excel? Thank you.
Wait. Share.
Yes. So just before the year ended last year, COME was able to submit to the board number of resolutions wherein we decided some pending cases filed before the previous COME, and also we resolved certain issues which were left unanswered during the previous administration, and one of which is this issue which is now being raised by RD Jansen. And if you would recall, he just mentioned earlier what would happen if we have member who was already issued an alumni ID and he or she has re-enrolled will he be able or she be able to downgrade his ID from alumni to collegiate? And we answered that question particularly through this COME resolution number 009. Kasi meron ngang mga taga-NCAR na ganun ang gusto nilang mangyari. Alumni na sila, may alumni ID na sila, and because nagre-enroll sila, gusto nilang bumalik sa collegiate. Sabi namin dito sa resolution nito, hindi na pwede. Okay? So please go to, para mabasa, okay, for everybody to read. Okay? So, yung nasa Article 3, Section 2 ng ating bylaws, yung qualification ng individual membership, which we cited in this particular resolution. Lower, please go down, please Excel. And this provision pertains to the eligibility criteria for membership in APO. So the statement begins with an assertion that membership in APO is open to all bona fide and enrolled students. Okay? So kaya nagkakaroon tayo ng mga enroll-enrollan. Kasi, syempre, mag-enroll para maging APO. And we want to discourage this. We want to put a stop to put an end to this particular practice. Ayaw natin ng ganyan, 'di ba? Na parang nag-enroll lang sila for one semester para makapasok and then hindi na ulit papasok or hindi na mag-enroll for the second sem. So baba pa tayo, sis Excel please. So the above provision likewise includes an inclusivity clause that emphasizes that eligibility is not restricted based on age. So hindi naman tayo talaga naglilimit ng sa age or gender or race or color or even the political beliefs of our applicants. Baba na lang tayo. So it is now established that membership begins by obtaining the above criteria, yung kailangan enrolled. And the next step is to define what are the types of membership. So, na-discuss ko to with Ned actually. Kasi meron tayong parang it appears kaya nga important din talaga na maging we participate in the efforts of the council of the national office or the officers administration to look into and to revisit the provisions of our CBL that needs to be amended. Particularly nga yung sa definition ng collegiate, definition ng alumni, like napag-usapan namin ni Sis Ned, paano yung hindi nakagraduate sa college, hindi kasi hindi na specify sa CBL natin kung ano yung category nila of membership. But we are now talking about this request for downgrading of an ID of an alumni, kung pwede pa ba siyang maging collegiate. And the answer is no. Bakit? Ito na nga yung explanation namin. Pakibaba na lang si Excel. Lower please, Excel. Ayan, taas ng konti. Although it is not expressly mentioned in the bylaws, it can be clearly understood from the provisions that resident members are those who belong to letter A and alumni members are those who fall under letter B. If you have copies of the CBL, yun yung nandoon yung paragraph A and paragraph B, which define somehow kung ano yung sino-sino yung mga resident at saka sino-sino yung mga alumni members. And it is understood that alumni members are those individuals who were once resident members during their time of entry into the organization but have since graduated or moved on from the collegiate university. So once a resident member graduates or he or she transitions from being a resident to becoming an alumnus or an alumni. So this transition is a natural progression in our fraternal organization like APO, and it reflects the enduring nature of bonds formed during one's time as a resident member. So baba na tayo doon. So medyo diniscuss nga namin dito, sis Excel, please go down. Medyo mahaba. Sa baba na lang tayo sa ating wherefore. Now, therefore, ito na nga yung decision na yung request ng mga particular na mga members who want their membership to be downgraded from alumni to babalik sila sa residente, yung ID nila alumni na gusto nila magpa-ID ulit ng collegiate. Eh we recommended that it will be denied and it was approved by the BOT po. Yan yung explanation, Brad RD Jansen. Thank you.
Brother Sherwin, may I have the privilege to speak po?
Yes,
Na-approve na po to ng BOT, RD Jansen. Thank you.
RD
Yes
Jan,
po.
this Judge Shelo, since this is already made public with the approval of the BOT, we're safe to disseminate the said resolution for everyone's consumption. I believe, Sis Judge, tama po ba?
Brother Sherwin, I will not argue with the Chairwoman Judge Shelo po, no. I just want to be clarify po, no. One of the stated member in the board resolution is not a old ID holder. In fact, he is a first-time ID holder who was put in the alumni status despite of the fact that he has submitted all the documents required as a collegiate member. But we will not challenge that in the board resolution. We respect the chairwoman and the national president for this decision. But we would like to ask for clarification for the future reference of this issue, that this issue na ma-clarify po, because as I've said, one of the involved is a new ID holder which is not graduated and re-enrolled to the school for further for finishing his study and to help his chapter. Yun lang po, Brother Sherwin.
Thank you, Brad Jansen. I guess for that particular situation, I'm not sure if the rest of the members of the committee and membership will agree that we can probably just lay it on the table and discuss this separately on a different venue and time, in favor of continuing the presentation, particularly in the remaining topics to be presented. So, Brad Jansen, that's noted, and it will be noted by Sis Excel, the committee secretary, so we can the committee can further discuss that in their future meetings. If that is fine with you, Brad Ardy.
Yes, Attorney Sherwin. We move on to the next topic. And I would like just to meron kasi ditong comment si Brad Joel Labanda sa chat box. And he is saying that there is a provision citing that although one may have not graduated, he will be considered an alumni. So isa din yan sa talaga na kailangan nating i-specify sa ating CBL na kahit na hindi pa siya graduate, like nag-enroll siya, he became a member while he was in college, hindi nakapag-graduate, collegiate pa rin ba siya? Okay. So, dyan tayo nagkakaroon ng debate. But I personally believe that member is already an alumni member of the organization. So let's move on, Brother Sherwin. Thank you, Attorney.
Thank you, Sis Judge. I'll hand you over to Sis Excel again to continue with the presentation. Sis Excel.
Brad Francis, i-add ko lang. Yung first question ni Brad kanina is, ano ang categorize yung mga alumni na enrolled? Sa alumni pa din sila, Brad. And yung sa collegiate natin, meron kasing mga collegiate members na hindi nag-enroll. So, hindi sila ilalagay sa membership data, only the actives. Okay, kaya ang tawag sa mga enroll ay actives. Okay, so yun lagay natin sa fraternity membership and sorority membership. Okay. And kapag nag-re-enroll sila, yung mga collegiate ang status, nag-stop lang para mag-work, para may pang-enroll. Kapag bumalik na sila, nag-enroll ulit din na silang mailagay sa fraternity and sorority membership natin sa actives. And for those who have yung may mga affiliate members, nasa sa kanila kung sa chapter nila or dun sa affiliate chapter sila magpapalagay ng membership. So yun yung mga frequently asked questions natin para sa mga regional comment. Okay. So for the next topic, sorry, parang okay, is the initial processing of chartering BOUs. Wait lang, brothers and sisters, ha. I charger.
Uh, excuse me, brothers and sisters, the significance of this presentation, yung sa recognition of petition for chartering ng BOUs, is because nga meron na tayong mga regional COME, binalik na yung regional COME. Kaya we will be discussing here kung ano yung we will be discussing here kung ano yung role ng mga regional COME na ngayon. Kaya ilalatag po namin ngayon dito yung proseso with the reinstatement of the regional COME. Nilagay po namin yung magiging role nila, saan sila papasok, yung mga regional COME, when it comes to the filing of petitions for recognition ng mga collegiate chapters at saka ng mga alumni associations. Okay? So, gumawa po si Sis Excel ng kanyang presentation para for everybody to understand yung procedure at saka requirements for the recognition and chartering of new chapters at saka ng mga alumni associations. Sis Excel, are you ready now?
Sis, hindi pa. Saglit lang. Ayusin ko lang yung charge.
While waiting for Sis Excel to fix the